Hey everyone. So today we're playing guitar. I'm not great at it. I have the potential to be great at it, I believe, but I'm trying to tune this thing. I'm trying to remember what my boyfriend taught me. I also don't have a pick. Can't find one. This is Gibby for everyone who cares about guitar, which you might not, and that's okay. I tried to. I don't know what that was. Anyway, so we're just playing around, fiddling around, so I figured I would just have her as a decoration. This is Gibby. This is was a gift for Kyle. When we first got to him, this was his Christmas present, and I still have it. Luke, can you please be quiet? I'm trying to do something here. So, anyway, today what do I want to talk about? I want to give a special shout out to this lady, Melissa. Um, she's amazing. This book, her and I are one and the same, and I just feel so blessed to be a part of Women World Leaders, the ministry that I'm going to be putting my testimony out in. The book's going to be called Faith Unchained, and it's a compilation of testimonies of women who went through addiction and where they are now and how they got through it and how God got them through it, which was what it's really about. And I just am really enjoying her book. It's called I'm Sober, So Now What? And I've had that question a lot. Okay, I accomplished this, but now what do I do? How do I stay sober? How do I, you know, continue to do the next right thing, which is what I go over the 12-step terms. So, how do we live one day at a time, one moment at a time, sometimes 1 minute at a time, or 1 millisecond at a time, one step at a time? I like to talk about things like this a lot because I have to live this every single day. Because I'm in recovery. I've been now for 3 years and about 2 months and 4 days or something. I don't know. I don't get crazy about the time. And I just know it's been three, over 3 years. We're on year four, beginning. So if you're struggling with addiction, I strongly recommend you get yourself into a rehab or program or uh, faith-based program. That's what saved me. I know there's a lot of rehabs out there that are only 30 days long, and I don't think that does the trick because when it didn't take you 30 days just to become addicted. You're not going to get rid of it in 30 days. So, I suggest finding a program, a supportive one that's like maybe a year long, because that's really what it takes, because you didn't get this way overnight. So, what I really want to talk about today is my recovery and where uh what I'm doing now. So just a little bit of a testament to God here is I'm doing a lot. My vision is to start a nonprofit and help people and create like a spa-like experience for them, people that need it. But it's gonna be a program for people who need the love of the Lord and need a place to go. And it's gonna be kind of like a Christian wellness center, sort of, but it's gonna offer a lot of really cool things that I don't think is out there, and especially in this area where I live. It's a new venture for me. That's going to be something I work on this year. And I'm also working on a lot of writing, my coaching I'm doing. So that's kind of where I am today. And it's been a beautiful journey. I have to fight every day. I don't have really cravings for drugs or anything. Now, once in a while, if I get talking about it with somebody, which is why you're not supposed to talk about it when you're in a program, because if you glorify it, it can trigger either you or somebody else to want to go do those things because you remember the feeling, you remember what it did for you, and it's hard to be sober. It's hard even in general. Like, alcohol's legalized and now marijuana is, and what's next? What are they going to legalize next? Street drugs? I hope not. But that would be the end of man because people won't be able to handle it. If that was legalized, they'd be like, oh yeah, let's go to the gas station and go get methamphetamine. Okay. That's the day everyone probably would either lose their mind, because then aisle two, let's go get some heroin. Yeah, like no. that's just crazy to me because, the day that that happens and everything's legal and they try to control it and like make it mainstream in there and it becomes a prescription and because they got benzos, they have all kinds of stuff. Like it already is that way. It's just called a prescription and it's called Oxycontin or Adderall. You know, those are just the version and the regulated version by the pharmaceutical companies that say it's okay to take this because it's prescribed. Oh, but it's not okay to get it off the street. Okay. Now it's a lot safer, mind you, going through a doctor. That's fine. But moral of the story, I'm not telling you to go get street drugs. I'm telling you go change your life. Learn how to emotionally regulate. Get some therapy. Do some coaching. That's what I do. And I have a coach myself. I went and had the pleasure this weekend to go with my coach Nancy to the Alchemy Lounge down in Lehighton here. And it was just beautiful. We sat in a salt room. It was like a day at the beach in the middle of winter inside. And it was a salt infused room. We sat on these lounge chairs and talked about my inner warrior that I transmuted. We did parts work that day and I transmuted my warrior into the thriving person. It's a new part of me that came alive that day. And it birthed within me because I've been doing a lot of positivity, a lot of work on myself, and I've been really just like, okay, how can I make this girl work? I had to tell the warrior to sit down because she likes to fight. It's a last resort. She comes out when she's like, all right, nothing else is working that you're doing. So here's our sword. We're gonna slay. So I had to tell her, look, here's a flower, take it, and I'm going to take your sword. I'm going to shelf it, go take a bath. You can return to battle tomorrow. So in doing all of that and having Nancy by my side to guide me through this was really great because it got me to the place of what I always wanted to be. I've always wanted to stop surviving and start thriving. Like that was always my motto. Like, even before I did drugs. Like I used to tell my boyfriend all the time, "Oh, you can thrive. Let's not survive. Let's do it." I even had these medicine patches, these vitamins that said, "Hey, girl, you thriving?" Like, and it was a joke right back then because him and I were trying to be healthy until we weren't, and we went in full blown addiction together, and created a bubble so nobody would hurt us, but all we were doing was hurting ourselves through that bubble, and it was just a nightmare. It became. I mean, there was a lot of good times, but it was good until it wasn't. Then we became homeless, and it was what it was. We, lived in a tent and did our business in a hole, and that's what it was. So, and then the Lord found us. The Lord found me at the peak of my addiction through a song. I was doom scrolling on YouTube, looking through music, and I was like, all out of my mind and heightened from the drug use. And he found me by, it was a song that made no, like literally was not what I was listening to. So for it to come through, I knew it was God. And it was Lauren Daigle, You Say. And that song is just so wonderful. I want to learn it. I want to sing it. I might do it on here. You might find a song on here today if I get the courage to do it. I have to feel prepared. So I got my guitar out. I might go downstairs and hang out on the piano for a little bit, take you guys with me. I don't know. But, in all of that, the You Say song is about being more than the highs and the lows of who you are. You're not the sum of that. And God's there with you and your identity is in him. You give all your failures to him, you give all your victories. And in the end, it's about him and it's about you being a child of God. It's not about you. Like it's the one reason I don't like saying, oh, the universe. Because there's a creator of the universe. When it's the universe, it's still selfish because what you're putting out, it's up to you. What you put out, you get back. And I don't really fully believe that. I believe what you get put out, there's a frequency to it, yes. But I believe that God, if it's his will, he will give it back to you. And then he can perform miracles. Like even when you're at your lowest, just because you're not putting out good energy doesn't mean he's not going to be there for you. So that's why I have a relationship with God. I have a relationship with Jesus. I get in the Bible, I get in my word, I have my devotions, I sing my songs, I do worship, I sing, I'm a part of a church community. There's so many different things you can do and Celebrate Recovery is another great 12-step program, but it's faith-based. And, there's a lot of options out there for people and a lot of options out there for you if you're struggling. And I'm also a life coach. If you need a journey or a friend, you can gladly call me. You can comment below, get my information, or private message me if you want to have a free discovery call. That's great. I personally work with people on their purpose. And I also work with them on internal transformation, like a spiritual transformation. I work from that angle. If you're in a season where you have so much pain, then we'll find the purpose in the pain. I'm a purpose coach. So that's what I'd like to do with you guys. I'm trying to get myself out there, starting this channel and doing some music. It's going to be fun. We're going to have a good time. We're going to learn. We're going to love. We're going to heal and we're gonna thrive. That's what we're doing. So I'm a thriver. I birthed that person in me, that part of me. If anyone's familiar with shadow work, I do a lot of that too. Breath work, something I'm trying to incorporate. I'm trying to learn more about it. I'm not gonna say I'm a breath work guru because I'm not. I just know how to breathe. So basically, that's what I want to say for today. I wanted to tell you just a little bit about where I'm at, what my journey is, what's to come. We're going to do a lot of music. We're going to mess around, because I love to inspire through song. That's what gets me. Even when I'm down, it's hard to listen to music, but it's always something that's there because even when you're sad, you can still listen to a sad song and it validates, it hits. So, I just wanted to say all that, and I wanted to tell you guys have a beautiful day. No matter what you're going through, I'm here for you. So, just because nobody said I love you doesn't mean that they don't. Some people just stink at it, at expression. But in case no one's told you, I love you and God loves you. So keep looking up, y'all. And I love you guys. Have a blessed day. And let's do this, okay?